Hello everybody, welcome to another review. Today I'm going to be reviewing the brand new album by the electronic hard rock band from Sweden, Smash Into Pieces, with the new record Ghost Code. So I've been following Smash Into Pieces since last year. They supported Starset on the Europe tour but had to miss some of the dates because this band actually tried to go into Eurovision, and while they actually got progression, they never got picked. They didn't actually get picked for the Swedish anthem for that year, unfortunately. But I don't think necessarily that's a bad thing either, because the impact of after Eurovision 2023 is that Smash Into Pieces has been blowing up, especially with the track Heroes Are Calling, a brand new single that's charted number 4 in Swedish charts, and has quite a lot of streams already, and 6 Feet Under, which is a song that went double platinum in Sweden. It charted at number 2 and just pretty much was very big. I think this was the Eurovision picked song, but I'm not quite sure honestly. But Ghost Code is pretty much Smash Into Pieces return after 2 years. I remember listening to the 2022 record Disconnect, and I liked what Disconnect offered, and I like what Ghost Code offers. I feel like they have some of the best elements of what the band offers, but as a whole, Smash Into Pieces to me just never really stood out to be one of the most creative bands in the scene. Like, they've got some great ideas, they know how to make an anthem that appeals to a lot of people, and know how to make a really big catchy song, and a lot of this record definitely feels like stuff that could have easily been on Eurovision, and that's kind of how I felt with the Voyager record from last year, Fearless in Love, which is not a bad thing at all, because it's still a good record. As long as you can make it good, then that's kind of where I'd stand. But honestly, I kind of think of this album as similar to that record. Like, it's not the best the band's done, but it's also a pretty decent record. I will be honest, the second half of the album kind of is a little bit of a step down. I find the first half to be a lot more collective, a lot more engaging, and there's a lot more elements that I think this record plays with that's just more intriguing. And I just think the choruses as well are just a lot stronger on the first half, but it's still a solid listen at least, so you get that from Smash Into Pieces. To me, like I mentioned, the band just kind of never felt like they had a very unique sound. It kind of felt like they've just strayed into something that other people have done. But they kind of capitalised on a lot more of an electronic approach to it. As well as that, the biggest iconic thing about the band is the fact that the drummer has this weird little mask with their logo on it. It's an electronic mask. I think it's cool, but I'm always surprised why it's the drummer and not the lead singer, because it just kind of feels like, yeah, sure, maybe he's the brains behind the band, but the front man always just obviously would feel like the front of the band and the face of it. So having the face be the lead singer when the one that's wearing a mask is the drummer, it just feels a bit weird. But I don't know, I just kind of thought that's fine. I mean, it's not the end of the world anyway, it's not negative, it just felt weird to me. But Ghost Code is a pretty decent listen. I don't think there's really been anything bad in April so far. I've reviewed 6 things as the point of recording this, and all 6 have been good to amazing. April is starting to be a pretty kick-ass month, but Smash Into Pieces probably is the weakest thing we've had in April, but not a bad thing. Not everything's going to be top tier, so I've kind of learned to expect that, but this is a good album. A lot of fun moments. I like the little bit of uncleans you get on tracks like The Tide. I kind of like that with the last record, Disconnect, as well, with tracks like Vanguard. Honestly, I will say, some of the tracks from that record stood out to me a bit more. But this album as well is a pretty solid one, and it's pretty much up there with that. So I'll give it a 3 out of 5. I think that's all I need to say. Hope you all enjoy. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next video.